Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. It's your girl Brandy, and this is Creative Selections. Excuse me, you guys. I am not feeling up to my best, so we're going to push through today. We're going to press to get this video done and out there for you guys because I think it's going to be a good way to start off 2019. Today, we are going to be talking about how to organize your tax receipts. I have several systems in front of me that I want to show you guys, and I think that it's going to go a long way in making sure that come tax time, you're well organized, you don't have to search everywhere looking for receipts, and you are ready to rock and roll. Okay, so first things first, what types of categories for tax receipts do you need? What types of categories of tax receipts do you need for small business? I have several. There are so many categories depending on what exactly it is that your small business is, but I can name you several just so that you can get an idea of what categories you will need. So we can do rent. We can do a home office, utilities, transportation, like car expenses, truck expenses, mileage, supplies, meals and entertainment, contract labor, salaries and wages. If you advertise, your legal and professional fees, if you have an attorney that draws up your contracts, if you have a CPA that does your accounting, all of those things can be deducted. So that's just to name a few, and I will put an extensive list in the comment section below so that you can determine what types of categories you will need. I mean, if you're like an Etsy shop owner or you have a Shopify shop or something like that, you're going to need to track your expenses differently than somebody with bricks and mortar. So an online shop will track differently than a shop with bricks and mortar. So let's get into these systems. Right here I have 3 systems that I'm going to show you. They're relatively inexpensive and very easy to get started. So let's do this. So the first things first is I have 2 accordion files here, depending on how many categories you have. So this one here just has a little clasp that locks onto here, and it's poly so that it can withstand being wet, but I wouldn't recommend it getting wet. This one happens to have 6 pockets, or 6 pockets. I'm sure that's not nearly enough space for all of your taxes. So what you can do is, in this one, it has 12 expandable pockets, right? And so you see this one has 12. And then what you can do is take some clear vinyl file folders, and then you can go ahead and put them inside of a pocket. And I just put these in the back here. And now you have, in that pocket, you could potentially have 3 different categories. So you have 1, then you have 2, and then you have 3. Okay, so you could do something like that depending on how many you need. And what you would do is use this, maybe a label maker, or write on the tabs that come with your expandable file folder, the categories. And then as you gain receipts and statements and different things like that, file them away immediately. So that's the key to organizing your tax documents. It is getting them and filing them away immediately so that they don't get lost, they don't get thrown away, they don't get misplaced, so that you have what you need when tax time comes, and it's not a frenzied panic attack of trying to gather your receipts. So this system is definitely for the paper people that tend to keep everything in a paper system. Now, with that being said, even our digital people, you still need to have your receipts that you are given when you go, like let's just say you go to the gas station and you get gas. You still need to have that receipt if you're tracking your gas mileage. If you're tracking your gas reimbursement, or if you're tracking your mileage, you don't need the receipt. But if you're getting reimbursed for the actual fuel that you put in your car, then you need a place to store those receipts. So one thing that I recommend for that type of thing, as well as when you're traveling, to always have something with you. This is a smaller version of that accordion file. Excuse me. This has, excuse me, you guys. This has 5 pockets. You can get your meals and entertainment. You can get your transportation if you have tolls, if you have car taxis or Ubers or Lyfts or anything like that. You can get that in here. You can get your gas receipts, and that way you're able, and then you can keep this in your glove box. And so that way you're able to have this little thing handy while you're traveling. And then when you come back, you can go ahead and file these into your other system, your stay-at-home system, and then empty this out and put it back into the glove box with fresh and ready for your next trip. So these are the 2 things that I got from the dollar store that you can use in order to make your travel receipts much more organized while you're on the go. So that's the that kind of goes hand in hand with the poly system, with the poly accordion file. Now, this is another file that I have. This is a box that you saw in my file drawer. It fits perfectly, just so you know. This is a box. It says get organized, and you can write right up on there tax receipts, and when you open it, it fits in here perfectly. It has like plastic shields that sit on the side so that you can hang your hanging file folders, and this fits your letter hanging file folders perfectly. Okay, and so basically what you can do with this is take your hanging file folders and put a regular folder inside here, a regular folder. Label this folder with the category that you will need, and then just put these in here, and then just file them away as you normally would. This box is very sturdy. It has handles on these sides so that you can carry it. This is pretty heavy for what I have in here. These are my current projects, clients that I'm working on, and I just use them, use these to store my clients' paperwork, their initial invoices, their proposals, their payments, their actual project detailed out, the cost of their supplies. I detail each project in a folder inside of this box, and I sit it down in my file cabinet. And then once I'm done, once this box is full and the projects are full, then I move this to my garage, and then I get another one. And this box came from the dollar store, the Dollar Tree. It says get organized on it. Also says it on the front. And you fold it together and then you can use it as you wish. And you can label it with labels like this here. I have like this one. I did a metal frame headboard for a client, and I just labeled that with my label maker, and then I filed it away once I was finished with it. So that's kind of how I do sometimes when I'm in a rush. I don't write any, I do not, I just hand write everything. If I'm in a rush, when I organized the daycare, I just hand wrote that on there and kept it moving, because sometimes you don't have time to make everything all pretty, glam, and fancy, but you want to continue to move forward and stay productive in your system. Nobody else is going to see this but you. All right, so that is system number 2. This is also a paper method, and so when you are using this method, you're going to accumulate a lot of paper. So just be aware of that you will have a lot of paper by the end of the year if you're using a paper method. All right, so that's the second method. The third method is going to be a binder system. Okay, I just have a I believe this is an Avery heavy duty 3-ring binder. It's about 3 inches, and it's one of those easy pull binders, so you could just open it up very easily. Okay, it's very durable, very long lasting. And so what you can do with this is you can use this, like I said, these poly folders that I have, you can get them from Staples. They are, and I'll put this in the description box below, but these come with 6 poly folders. They have tabs on them, on the sides, that can stagger, and they are multicolored. So, and they're letter size. So there's assorted colors. You get 6 in here. So depending on how many categories, you'll be able to decide how many you need of these. And what you can do is take your 3-hole punch, and you can go ahead and punch your poly folder so that it fits into your system. Label each folder how you would like. Punch these, and then put this into your binder system. And I probably should have punched this down a little further, because this is a little big. But then you can tuck it into your system, and then you can go ahead and store your documents according to what they are into your system. Your receipts into your system. And that's what that would look like. Okay. So that's kind of the third system, and you would just stack on as many categories as you would need, and then you can label the spine of this 2019 tax receipts. Also the front 2019 tax receipts. Label your tabs as you see fit with your different categories, and then go ahead and stick this on the shelf with maybe your family binder, if you use binders to have for your family binder as well, your home management binder or something like that. So those are the 3 systems that are paper. You can interchange this with a digital system as well, and the way that you would be able to do that is to, as soon as you get a receipt, take a picture of it. Back it up into a folder on your Dropbox, on your Google Drive. called 2019 tax receipts. You would then have to designate folders underneath of that system according to the categories that you chose for your tax categories, and begin to take pictures of all the receipts that you receive, and then you can file them into those folders. You can get something like Adobe Scanner on your phone, which turns JPEGs and PNGs into Adobe files. That would then allow you to be able to email them seamlessly without someone having to convert pictures or something like that. Nowadays, you could just print a picture and it's good, but sometimes the pictures come out very big and distorted. So you can just use something like Adobe Scanner on your phone to change that into a PDF and then file it into your system. And then you have all of your receipts digitally filed in the cloud, nonetheless, because sometimes if you file things on your computer and you get a virus or your computer crashes, then you need that backup. So always be thinking that I must have a backup to my backup. So if your computer is your backup to your paper, then you always need a backup to that, which would be the cloud. So it's definitely, I have to do things in triplicate for the government, because if you're ever audited, you want to be very well prepared, very well documented, and very calm about whatever the situation is, so that you can give over your documents in an organized fashion. Another thing that CPAs like, and I know because I'm an accountant, is that a spreadsheet of all of your information on an Excel file, Google Sheets, something like that. Something that is very widely used, so that they could just then manipulate the spreadsheet to their tax software without it being too much trouble. You can document how many months of rent, how many months of utilities, how much mileage you drove. Everything can be put in a spreadsheet on tabs, and you can have a spreadsheet with all of your categories on the bottom. So your mileage, your meals and entertainment, your travel expenses, your car and truck expenses. So you would just make those tabs right at the bottom, and then you would begin to put on the side January, February, at the top, January, February, March, April, May, June, all the way through December, and put a number in for each month. What did you spend on that category? Or you could just use one sheet and do the same thing, categories down the side, months at the top, and then plug in each month what you have. And this way it's tallied. You don't have to tally it. You don't have to go and handwrite anything. It's all there. And then you have your digital file as a backup, your receipts as a backup to that, and you can email that straight away. All of this is going to be detailed out in my blog. And if you guys want me to give a tutorial on how to create a spreadsheet for your taxes, please let me know, because I'm totally up for that. And so yes, that would be a digital system. Also, there is QuickBooks now. Everybody uses QuickBooks, and a lot of companies use it, and now it's on your phone. So it's definitely something for self-employed people to be able to take advantage of. It is tax deductible because it is a professional software for your business. Excuse me. It's a professional software for your business that you are using to operate your business. And QuickBooks allows you to snap photos of your photos of your receipts on your phone. And it also allows you to track your mileage. It allows you to do so many different things in that app. I highly recommend QuickBooks because that's what I use on a daily basis. And I just think that it's a great tool to help you get organized if you are a digital person. So I gave you three paper systems and 2 digital systems. I will link all of those things down below. The Excel, I will link the different systems that I talked about down below so that you will be able to see them. On my blog, I will show you pictures and go into more detail. And then I will also, if you have any questions or you would like me to help you build a receipt for 2019, please let me know. We can discuss how we can go about doing that. And that's it, you guys. Here we are on day 3, how to organize your tax receipts for 2019. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for just being here. If you are a subscriber, I thank you for rocking with me. Keep on going. If you are new to the channel, take a look around. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell because we have 7 more days to go of 2019 goal setting preparedness. Thank you for watching. Have a great night and God bless.